There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever. There is a...
So Yes, of course, people of Biafra, the light of the rising sun. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we're streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio, a platform which is the embodiment of pro-Biafran group. And of course, they are only here to ensure that this all restoration project is brought to a conclusive end. I must appreciate every member as well as every member of the Biafra Nation Alliance, all men and women of goodwill who have stood the gap to make sure that this emptiness within us is covered up. I thank all of you. I appreciate the Creator who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow, because in the end, without Him, we are gone as a people. Without wasting much of our time this evening, I remain George ONYIBE, and of course, I hail from Anyoma Province, Delta State, Biafra land. As always, we continue to sensitize our people. We continue to cry as the voices in the wilderness to all Biafrans across the globe. And of course, beckoning on international community, every ethnic nationality within every continent around the universe, that they may hear our own part of this story. It's a story about freedom. It is a story about fairness, justice, equity, transparency. This is our right, self-determination. There is nothing more there. It's not our intention to undermine anybody. It's not our intention to cast assertion or peradventure. No. We want the right thing to be done. We are the people of Biafra. Until the people of Biafra will collectively rise up and say they are not, we remain that, and nobody can change the narratives. Like I said, we continue to sensitize our people, dishing out this information to them meticulously and of course systematically, because a lot is at stake. This evening we will go ahead to look at the topic entitled "The Two Ways Out from This Biafra Issue." There are just two ways out of this Biafra issue. Everywhere Biafra, criminal Biafra, holy man Biafra, evil man Biafra, businessman Biafra, religious man Biafra, everywhere Biafra. Everything is built around this concept, this idea, this issue, this matter, Biafra. If Nigeria is corrupt, it's because of Biafra. If Nigeria is unfair to our citizens, it's because of Biafra. If Nigeria will disenfranchise you, it is because of Biafra. If Nigeria will not allow you to prosper, it is because of Biafra. But in the midst of it, we cannot forget or pretend that our own action in time past, and even as we speak, has not aided and abated those who are out there to emasculate us. Now, there are two sides to every coin. We cannot run away from it. And so this evening, I want to remind our people once again that as we go about talking about PVC, as we go about talking about who to vote for, as we go about talking about good governance, let us understand that those who has held us down are not ignorant. No wonder the Bible says, do not be ignorant of the devices of the enemy, the devil. Do not. So when we are talking about good governance, when we are talking about development, when we are talking about a corruption-free society, when we are talking about get your PVC, when we ask you to vote for anybody, my brother, do not forget that there are people who run the show. But of course, if you have this mindset, there are some of the things you are doing now we will not be doing. There are some news trending on social media lately about some PVC found dumped in gutter drainage within Biafra land. Who are the owner of those PVC? Who are the owner of those PVC? Who threw those PVC away? And now I could have stood up this evening and tell you that you should not trust INEC, because INEC is run by the cabal, the Fulani. I could give you 1001 reason why you should not trust INEC. I cannot even neglect the issue of how Goodluck was chased out of office by the then president of America, Barack Obama. But you see, I lost the moral ground to debate this issue. When you have unknown gunmen of Nnamdi Kanu ransacking INEC office in Enugu lately, when we have unknown gunmen going to INEC office to kill them because we are looking for Biafra, what gives me the moral right now to challenge INEC? Now, maybe you can understand it. When we told Nnamdi Kanu in the inception, do not compromise this process, do not corrupt this process. Nnamdi Kanu, don't criminalize Biafra agitation. Ojukwu and his men did not do that. Many people did not understand. And so they say, hey, leaving Nnamdi Kanu, all of you prepare obituarization, articulization, tinubulization, all of you get prepared. They are still going to mess you up, you see, because we are not very careful to guard our own end of the game. Let me repeat it again. I would have come out this morning when I saw the heaps of PVC that Biafrans took their time and registered just to be normal citizen, obedient citizen. Go and check that PVC. 99.9% of the owners of those PVCs are Biafrans. And then somebody took those heap of PVC and threw them inside the gutter. And now, let me go back a little bit. Since I was born, over 4 decades now, I have never registered for PVC. I did it only once. And that was when I saw Nigeria was about to be fair and transparent, when they allowed Goodluck to continue the leadership of Nigeria after the death of Yaradua, which is unusual in a Nigerian setting. I thought Nigeria has now repented. I went to register for PVC. But you know the amazing thing? Till today, they didn't give me my PVC. I walked and visit all their office all over River State then. They did not give me my PVC. Few days to election, they told me the computer they used to record me, to take my data, the computer crashed. I should go. So next election, I should come back. Have I not indirectly disenfranchised, fraudulently, criminally disenfranchised? But we understand how it's going to be. So now they have started the same thing again. Like I said, I would have come now and then begin to attack INEC. INEC are evil, INEC are criminal. Of course, that is the truth. But then I lost the moral ground to tell you that now, because Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, unknown gunmen, ESM, they are there telling you, do not go to collect your PVC. And they are shooting everybody. So who they to be blamed? If we go to the international community now, they say, but it's unknown gunmen. And who is unknown gunmen? Is Fulani herdsmen now unknown gunmen? Is Boko Haram unknown gunmen? Because the last time I checked, 99.9% of the unknown gunmen that have been apprehended, all of them are Biafrans. Now you get the point. Let us continue. And so why we are doing all these things? Understand there is only 2 ways out of this mess. A lot of false hope is being dashed out to the people of Biafra as a way of convincing them that they have the solution to restore Biafra. A lot of people are lying to you, deceiving you, to make you feel that they know how to bring Biafra. And then I weep. And then I cry. Dishing out false information. We are going home. We are going home. You can imagine over a decade, going to 2 decades, we have been shouting unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, referendum, give us referendum, you must give us referendum, no election in Biafra land, hey, no election in Biafra, no get sense. We spent the whole of our life chanting the same incantation over a decade. Almost going to 2 decades now. And so they give you false hope. Oh, Biafra is going to come. Biafra is going to come. Biafra is going to come. But while all this issue regarding Biafra linger, a lot of things are happening. They are destroying our moral ground. They are criminalizing the whole process. And it will amuse you those who have been paid to destroy the morality of ethnic nationality trapped within the Biafran territory. It will amuse you. You can't even stomach the truth. But we are now telling you. Go back to the platform, try and examine every group. From Nnamdi Kanu tout to China Sanworu arm robbers to Simeon Ekpa prostitute, Igodomi Godo prostitute, Iyagadimi Yaga prostitute, Ada Highway and Neliofuebu, all of them prostitute of different type. Go and check all of them. And then ask yourself a question. Who is their leader? Nnamdi Kanu. And what are they doing? Lately, Chinasa was on air. He was crying. Oh, those of you in Abia North, I get born on the Abia North. In the Abia North, I get shown we send the Abia North. In fact, we are going to Aiga. Yes, it's happening. And you bondi Abia North, I can say more again. Meme Abia South. Chika drunk out those here. Yawa again. Meme Yoma South. I look at it, I laugh. China Sanguru, you have not cried. China Sanguru, you have not complained. We told you Nnamdi Kanu, this thing you are doing, you can't control it. China Sanguru, you think you are invisible. China Sanguru, you think you are powerful. China Sanguru, you think nothing mega. Don't worry. What goes around comes around. Now the people know the truth. Nnamdi Kanu have tried not to take this mayhem, this atrocity to Abia State. So he has been suffocating the people of Abia. Now they are knowing the truth already. They are regrouping. China Sanworo Okwibu Onyengwa. Just prepare. Your cry just start. You follow Benjamin Madubugu killing Anambra people. That thing you did in Anambra, China Sanworo, you and Nnamdi Kanu. That thing China Sanworo, you people are doing in Imo State. That thing China Sanworo, you people are done in this area. The rest assured is going to happen in Abia State. But it has not even started. Hey, China Sanworo, in the Abia North, you have to sacrifice. In the Abia North, China Sanworu, you and Nnamdi Kanu must tell the people of Biafra the truth. Don't be deceiving yourself. We are not in a hurry. We are not in a hurry. Why am I saying this year? We're going to give you Biafra. Listen to the sound of their voice. You see these people are compromised, criminal, as intelligent as you are, as exposed as you are, as wise as you are. Look at what they are doing to your brain. And somewhere along the line, you come on my Facebook page and say, idiot, criminal, hopeless, illiterate, criminal, transformer, onyoshego, they expect you. You think I give a hoot? You have no idea about the power of the truth. You're going to be doing that for a very long time. And we're going to make sure none of you will be allowed to sell the next generation of Biafra. And so what am I trying to tell you in effect this evening? Do not allow anybody to dash out false hope. Oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Don't allow them. Don't allow them. Don't let it take the best of you. But just know the truth. It is when you know this truth, it then fortifies your faith. And when your faith is matured, you can do anything. You can withstand any pressure. Because nobody can tell you otherwise. Our topic still remains the only two way out of this Biafra issue. Anything happening today in Nigeria is Biafra. If Africa is poor and will remain poor, it is because of Biafra. Was it not someone who told you? Was it not Chini Achebe who told you in Biafra, African died. Just let African go so that you will understand. When we are done scattering ourselves, and then from each artist, we will build a new nation you have not thought of. Our problem is because we cannot condone evil. But yet, that element flows within us. We know the truth. That Nigeria is corrupt today. Somebody asks for Niger data, another one asks for anything. That Nigeria is the way it is today. You will not have electricity, you will have crude oil, gas, and yet you will not have aviation product within your community. You will have very wealthy nation. Then they will be selling your kidney of your children and going abroad because there is no hospital. All is because of Biafra. That they will deliberately initiate, what do they call it? Ministry of Initiative Eradication inside Nigeria. It is because of Biafra. And then somebody is giving you false hope. Oh, Biafra is going to come. Oh, Biafra is going to come. Oh, Biafra is going to come. Let's get down so that you understand. We have been talking about referendum. Most of people don't know what is referendum. Referendum. Let the people decide. Is it too big? Is there any big deal there? I don't want to be in Nigeria, and my brother want to be in Nigeria. I don't see any big deal there. You call for referendum. Atiku was not a Nigerian. He became a Nigerian by referendum. He's going to contest to be president of Nigeria. Why won't he kill all of us to remain inside Nigeria? Somebody who is supposed to be in Cameroon coming to rule me in Nigeria. Why will he not kill me to become a Nigerian? And I think say we no get sense. Referendum. People of Ambazonia before now were reporting to our district in Enugu. Today they are in Cameroon. For genuine reason, I would say they left the Enugu parliament and moved to Ambazonia. Today, it is their choice they have made. So whether Francophone kill Anglophone or Anglophone kill Francophone, or now they made a choice. Referendum. They didn't call referendum to create Nigeria. We wake up one day, one drunk from nowhere came and say you are Nigeria. And that is how we become Nigeria. The very constitution of Nigeria, we are not aware of it. We just wake up one day, they told you, oh, this is constitution of the people of Nigeria. We accepted it. And now we've seen a lot of things are wrong. We all have different feeling. But it's okay. And now to make peace reign, to make everything fair, what are we supposed to do? Now we have gone through a lot of challenges. We have fought war. Let's find out if majority actually wins the vote. And then they call. If you want Biafra, but you dare not talk about referendum. And then look at it at the other hand. When somebody says, give us referendum, now they can some media warrior. The other say, you must give us referendum. Unconditional release of and they cannot give us referendum. But with the nature of our communities, with the current display of shenanigans by indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, you will see that if Nigerian of this moment until now we need to conduct referendum. It will be possible. Will a non-government let you to do referendum? Will ESM allow you to come and do referendum? They don't allow you to get your PVC seat referendum. Now you get the point. Don't let anybody deceive. Oh, they will give us referendum, and when the referendum come, we will not do it. Don't mind them. Only two things can save us here. There are people who are working very hard and they believe in political solution. Political solution. But how does it work? Doesn't politics, because they love us, they believe in what we are doing, they give us their backing, and then they talk to those other people in other parliaments, all of them, they now come together and say, okay, let's do it this way. Maybe political solution would have given us restructure. Maybe political solution would have opened another avenue for constitutional amendment. And then maybe because of political solution, they can decide to maybe devolution of power, regional autonomy, as the case may be. But it's not going to work. Why did I say it's not going to work? Gumi, the terrorist spokesman, I've told you that since P2B start contesting for presidency, agitation has calmed down. Gumi, we have not calmed down. No. It's just that Nnamdi Kanu collected money from the same Atiku Obi and Peter, and then they try to compromise the whole process. Now agitation they start to. We know our leaders politically will kill it, some of us, but it's okay. And then after we are gone, posterity will judge all of them. Just go and listen to China Sakra in his last broadcast. You will see his torment has not started. Nnamdi Kanu have not started. Let him come out. Finish your political arrangement and come out. We are waiting for you, Nnamdi Kanu. Now you get the point. So what are we saying? Political solution. Who will give it to you? And so IPOB responded to Gumi. You discuss with terrorists. That is the only thing you can do. All of you are playing with our brain. And then there are some people, they carry gun. Oh, Tinubu, if you don't vote for Tinubu, we will shoot you with the Niger Delta idiot. Because they are not Niger Delta, they are the Niger Delta idiot. We are voting for Tinubu, Ashiwaju, Ajagaban. And then you have another idiot from somewhere. With the Igbo, we are voting for P2B. With this pistol, we will shoot you. Somebody is setting all of us up. And so we will stay one corner and tell you, see Niger Delta people that they support Tinubu, thunder fire that Niger Delta. Only you can go and support anybody you want to support. It's not us. And then another idiot say, with the Igbo people, you must vote for P2B. We all been, they are just fooling all of us. Only two things can save us. No political solution. It won't work. And then others are clamoring for restructure. But come to think about it, what caused the Nigerian war? It is restructure now. Why did they go to Aburi Accord or Aburi in Ghana? What did they go to discuss? They want to discuss restructure of Nigeria. Gowon say nothing like restructure as directed by the owner of the company called Nigeria. And so Juku decided to improvise and do otherwise. And it looks like an insult to the owners of Nigeria, the demigod of Nigeria, British government. And they told Gowon what to do. And how many million have to die for that? Restructure. And then if you're talking about restructure, it won't work. Don't deceive yourself. But did I say you should not get involved there? Of course. Continue to campaign. At least let it serve as a testament that we have engaged all this process. Very important for you to know. And then we move on and look at some other groups. They are asking for devolution of power. But will it be possible? Before every region has its own military. Every region controls its own police, its own army, everything. We change it. And now you see, it cannot come back as you expect, because it will leave our one Nigeria vulnerable. No Nigerian, true Nigerian leader will give you devolution of power. It's not possible. We talk about resource control. Who gives you resource control? You can glamour and glamour and glamour. Nobody gives you. It's never a solution. Of course, you can blow pipeline, and then you weaken government economically for a while, and then they will look for your brothers who are hungry, who you have actually subjugated yourself. They will empower them, and that your brother will come for you. You never thought about it. Oh, we are going to blow pipeline. Oh, you are going to go to your community now and look at the people giving you headache. These are your brothers. They just collect money and mess you around. And so you see, it's not going to work. Resource control will not work. You may enjoy it. You may overpower them temporarily. It's not going to be long. And then some believe in constitutional amendment. The people who wrote a constitution without telling you, are they going to allow it to be amended by telling you? You want to weaken them? Or why are we bringing this up? Those dashing you false information. Oh, Biafra is going to come like this. Just give me $50,000. I will give you Biafra. All these are common thief. Common thief. Is it ESM, an unknown government, that will give us Biafra? They want to lobby. The person collecting, the idiot who called Simeon Ekpa, collecting $10,000 from Mugu, Atoro like you, all of you all over the world, to give you Biafra. That Simeon Ekpa now have told you that Nnamdi Kanu has spent billion lobbying. Only God knows who they lobby. That he is not going to lobby. Invariably, your money you are going to stupidly and foolishly give to him, what is he going to do? He's going to give it to unknown government, because that is what he's going to tell you. And so if you give it to unknown government, will unknown government give us Biafra? You people don't even know the topography of Nigeria. I have said this thing before. I was in a Kempo when we went there for protest. And then they shot and killed our people. I witnessed heaps of dead body. In fact, I narrowly escaped death myself. Nigeria is very complicated. Now look at what is happening in Ikimpo. Look at dead body littered everywhere. But did you see just the next community even know what is happening in Ikimpo? Can you see? Don't even know what is happening? I say each time we talk about Biafra, that we are going to restore Biafra, we are fighting for Biafra. This is how it does. This is how it works. You will be here fighting. Oh, give us Biafra, give us Biafra. You think the world know? The world don't know. That is why you are not aware of people are dying in Imo State. That is why you are not aware of how many people that are dying in Anambra State. That is why you are not aware how many people that are dying. You are not aware. You are not aware. Just hold on a minute. Let me check my system. Just receiving one or two signal, and I will be back shortly. Yes, of course, we are back just to be sure everything is in order. And so, like I was saying, have you considered how many people that are dying, how many people that are being killed? They almost depopulated Ebonyi State. Till Ebonyi people knew the truth. Majority of them left ESM and unknown gunmen and followed their governor, Ebubago. It was the frustration that was killing in and the canary. I will kill Ebubago, I will kill Ebubago. Did you hear killing in Ebonyi again? The same thing is happening in Imo. Chike Doziem is there. I'm from Ihiama. Ihiama is in Biafra now. In Biafra, they are paying you to kill your brother. Now, from Anambra to control Imo State Uwiri, you have 3 checking points. You must come down, they search you. or rather you will come down. Your vehicle will pass alone. Each checking point, all of you will come down and be trekking. And of course they are videoing you, they are monitoring all of you. And somebody was angry. Oh, why are they doing like this? I said, because of unknown gunmen. Because they don't want to kill innocent people. When unknown gunmen run as mad and enter there, they fire everybody in their car and kill all of them. Now you get. Even most of them pretend to be passenger, fully armed, looking for unknown gunmen. And somebody is somewhere in Finland marrying his mother. And now the Kano pack his children to abroad and say, hey, we are non government, we are going to and then when the water pass Gary, he's not telling you, okay, be calm, Mugu. Only two things will give us Biafra. If you like, get sense. If you don't like, don't get sense. Our people make una try to understand what they make una they understand. All those drama then they put up, you no go fit give us Biafra. When referendum, you no go give us Biafra. PVC, change constitution, do this one. All of them, no one go give us Biafra. But what thing go give us Biafra? Very simple. Very simple. That is why you see our brothers, what are they doing? Business. Cannot give us Biafra. Unknown government cannot give us Biafra. They don't have gun. What they use is stolen gun and catapult with machete. This is not that era. Now they cannot rob the American people. He was going to buy drone. Where is the drone? We will ask him about account. See, now you now begin to hear Kenya international rendition. I call it orientation. He is orienting you people. Reorientation. Do he? All these things will not give you Biafra. Be deceiving yourself. Oh, million light. Oh, everybody that you will not run away from this truth. Oh, you must hear this truth, but help the next generation. All this in itself would have been solution to the restoration of Biafra and the total dismemberment of the Nigeria, but it cannot any longer because of the following reasons. Number one, Nigeria is under key and lock by the cabals in the Nigerian state. You know when they say somewhere is under key and lock? Nigeria is under key and lock. Then don't padlock Nigeria. Bam, bam, bam. Nothing did happen. Imagine how they fool all of us. Somebody will wake up one day and tell you the money we saved, we collect from your children for WAEC. Snake swallowed it. Normal human being, the people that want us to respect them, a treasurer to WAEC office, West African Examination Council, they now come on the national television and tell you, yes, the people of Nigeria, your children will not be able to write WAEC this year because if the government cannot give us money, there is nothing we can do because the money you paid so that we can organize the exam for you. Snake entered from Osukuru in Abuja into our office and swallowed the money. How do we react? Now wow, waiting person no go see for Nigeria. Now wow, God help us to snake swallow money. And then on the radio like this, they will be laughing and mocking. These are the cabals. You see them debate vigorously why Fulani herdsmen should kill you. You see them. Why Boko Haram should be allowed to kill you and rape you to please Allah. These are people supposedly enlightened. They want you to respect them that they go to school. What is good for the goose is good for the ganja. So Nigeria is under lock and key. The cabal controls it. It controls it. You can't do anything. The only thing we can do now is this talk we are talking. You cannot do anything. That is why this upcoming presidential election, all of you get ready, fasten your seatbelt. You will see what you have not planned for. They are just observing. The cabal who lock Nigeria down, they are just observing all of you. Very unfortunate. All these things cannot work in themselves. They cannot be solution, because as far as Nigeria is concerned, Nigeria is run externally, or rather run by external policy of the colonial masters, as they call themselves. People run Nigeria. The British envoy told you he's coming to Southeast. What is she coming to do? But he's coming to Southeast to interview some of our political elites, to find out what they have to say regarding the whole issue. And this is how it's going to end. That is why you see Nnamdi Kanu brother, as directed by Nnamdi Kanu, they are saying, oh, British envoy, don't come. What is her name? Lynch? Don't come and lynch us in the Southeast. British envoy, please don't come to Southeast. Your life will not be safe. They will kill you. Nnamdi Kanu, cool down. The way I see some of the politicians, they may open up leverage for you. They will give you opportunity. Because if lynch, British envoy, the lynching woman, if she come to Southeast, this is what they are going to do. He's going to call Soludo, he's going to call Hope Uzodinma, he's going to call Ugwuanyi, he's going to call Umahi, he's going to sit them down and say, this agitation, you know, no government can stop them from voting. How do you think we should handle it? Now she expects some of them to say, let us kill Nnamdi Kanu and put an end to it. After all, if some Ogoni will endorse the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa, who the heck is Nnamdi Kanu when he has even polluted the mind, endangered the life of more than 90% of his followers? Who the heck is he? And then the governors will say, okay, let us not kill him, let us wait, let's examine. And then they say, okay, what if we give him money? Now some of them will say, yes, that we do, only that the man is very greedy. We will still try and negotiate with him. That is what the lynch is coming to do, nothing more. They see what is happening, they know already. They have their first-hand information. Should I begin to call the name of influential Nigerians from Southeast that are Interpol for British government? You want me to begin to call their name? When I say we no get sense, rubbish. And most of them are like holy men. They are the one that tell the Britain how to deal with us, our own people. But that is how it's supposed to be. Because somewhere along the line, somebody have to betray somebody. That is why all of us that gave our heart to this struggle, did you not see how because of Nchonche go small money, now the Kanu lost? And so it's not going to work. External influence run Nigeria. Referendum will not work. Constitutional amendment is going to be there for the following reason I'm just telling you. Nigerians have been beaten into submission at all fronts, and so it will not work because we have been beaten down completely. It will not work. We have been beaten to submission. No will to fight again. No will. No will to fight again. How much is your salary? How much is your salary? And how much is the tax Nigerian collect from you? Can you talk about it? It's hate speech. What are the people they are killing? Fulani herdsmen in Benue State alone. Can they speak out? Can they speak out? Who will speak for them? Who will talk for them? All of us have been beaten into submission. Exactly what Nnamdi Kanu want to do to us. He said, go to Aruchukwu. And I asked the guy, we went to Aruchukwu. That very day, we were over 4,000 of us that went there from across Biafra land. While we line up before that river to take the oath, they tell others to wait. And they use motorcycle to carry me inside one bush to swear another juju. All because of Biafra. I followed them. Nnamdi Kanu said every principal officer will do that. And then he selects some of us when he be say he won't use as sacrificial lamb. As we don't go finish, Nnamdi Kanu say no more Aruchukwu. I say no, Oga. No be so we talk. You say every principal officer. And the next thing na to send me audio. If I hear you talk about Arochukwu again, if I hear you talk about Arochukwu again, thunder will fire you. I will kill you. You will see what I will do to you. You want to beat me into submission? God will punish you. Just finish romancing with Nigeria under this guy say you do SS. We dey wait for you, idiot. Or have you not heard the audio? Should I play it for you? That is what Nigeria have done to all of you, beating all of us to submission, to stupor. That is why referendum will not work. It will not work. Election will not work. We know. Nothing will work. Divide Nigeria. The people's mind has been garnished, decorated with lies. All those solutions will not work because they don't use lies scatter all our head. Nigeria can lie. Nigeria can lie. Wait, make campaign start properly. Now beans is very expensive in Nigeria. Beans where people know they greet up before. Have you not seen the beans Tinubu package hoard all these years? Just to rig himself into office again. Just wait, you go hear them. They lie to you. Buhari actually said he was going to pay unemployed graduate 5,000 if elected by Nigerians as a president. When he rigged himself inside office by American president then Barack Obama, did he not tell you are youth? They lie to you. They lie to all of you. Who is still on strike? Oh, you go to university for 5 years course, you spend 35 years there. Some of you self, you don't graduate. You were just 14 years when you entered Nigeria University. From there you will do introduction and engagement. You will get married. You are still in university, level 100. When you go level 100 and half, then you have 3 children already. And then when you are in level 400, you are dragging the same bench with your children. Why? Because you are dull? No. They know what they're doing. Slow down the level of enlightenment in Nigeria. Turn all of them to Mugu. And then they say we are on strike. We not go green. We are on strike. Then don't settle them to go strike. All of them, they lie to us. But would you believe? Just listen to their mouth. Watch their mouth where then they talk. Very perfect. They dish out fallacious lies, very wicked lies. And you cannot see it. You cannot perceive it. In the midst of liars, we the people of Nigeria wrote the constitution. Liars. We are one Nigeria. Liars. In God we trust. Liars. All of them. And why will those things work? Why will it work? By the time we know Biafra cannot come by Nnamdi Kanu, it's when Nnamdi Kanu start lying. You see, it's meant to Simeon Ekpa. You people have not known, no, but don't worry, you will know. I think Simeon Ekpa social media tout played one audio when Nnamdi Kanu was saying, now we are moving into autopilot fully. He didn't open up very well. Oh. We are moving fully into autopilot. Yeah, he won't give us Biafra. They lie to you. Those people on social media now telling me idiot, crazy, hopeless. All of them are paid though. Don't join them. Oh. They say, oh, don't follow Judge ONYIBE. They listen to my broadcast. So I think my Facebook page, I have only 1 follower. But how millions of people listen to what I broadcast, I don't know. Oh, don't follow him, remove him. He's idiot. Nobody follow you. You are Mugu. Let us see. We shall know. We tell you what is going to happen. We told all those people doing unknown government, they are coming to kill all of you. When they are done with unknown government, when Chinasa kill ESM finish. PVC will not work. Unknown government will not work. Everything will not work. Why? But am I leaving you hopeless? Am I telling you there is no solution? There is. The only way out of this contraction called Nigeria is just two ways. It's either through peaceful resolution or through war. Only two things. Yes, you heard me. Peaceful resolution. How do they do it? Somebody speaks for the north, somebody speaks for the west, and somebody speaks for the east. And of course, when I mean the east, these are three component nations that makes up Nigeria. Let us see Wazobia, Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. And then the resolution is, those of you in the Igbo region, go and put your house in order. Those of you in the Boko Haram region, go and put your house in order. And those of you in 10%, go and put your house in order. And so what do? Those that are in the Igbo region will now come out and say, now that we want to go, how is it going to be? Igbo man will speak, Efik man will speak, Akwa Ibom man will speak, Ibibio man will speak, Idoma man will speak, Igala man will speak. Everybody will speak. Ijo man will speak, Ogoni man will speak, Andoni man will speak, Ahoda, all of them, Etie, all of them will speak. And then we look at it. Look at the differences among us. How do we settle this? And then we'll settle it. And then whatever we agree in the end, as far as that is what the people want, we are good to go. The Yoruba do the same. The Hausa do the same. And then they come to a round table and say, this is how it's going to be. This is so and so. And then what do we say? And then the British government will say, our own percentage, 54%. We say no problem. They still collecting the 54%. But let us be on our own. And you see, all these BBC lie and the rest of them will not be there. And then from one discussion to another, if we're able to attend to that height, if we're able to approach to that level, you see, Africa will be very fine. Because then the Yoruba and Nigerian begin to see how they can harmoniously live with their Yoruba in other parts of Africa. And then the Hausa Fulani can now begin very mighty Oduduwa Empire, building a very mighty Arewa Empire, and of course allow us to build us. You see, Africa will eventually return into a single family. Resolution. We can get there. Only that they have what it takes. They can do it. But you want Obasanjo to become irrelevant in a Yoruba land? You want Buhari to be rubbish and become irrelevant in a very Sharia refined society? And then you want some of our Kaba to become useless in our society when they are the law and the king of us? You get the point now. It's just like the same thing in Biafra restoration project. Everybody want to come on board, but not every tribe want Nnamdi Kanu to be their holy. They don't want it to be their God. They don't want it to be their Messiah. They want a platform. How did they say? Should I refer it to like King Otto and his knights? Roundtable discussion. And so today, everybody who even make him to talk about that, you are enemy, is a saboteur, very saboteur, Afonjo. If they don't call you Afanja, is it Afonjo or Afanja? They call you Fajona. Saboteur. You get the point now. That is number one solution. And then outside that, the only solution is war. War. of the war will not bring the solution, whether we like it or not. Nigeria is heading towards that direction gradually. The people are opening up. They are knowing what is going on. I'm not think they are going to stay defenseless. They're going to remain foolish. You have pushed the people to the wall. And now there is nowhere for them to push back to. You understand the law of physics is going to boomerang. It's going to boomerang. But whether in terms of resolution or in terms of war, preparation is very important. That is the reason we are still here. And so the people of conscience, the people of Biafra, anywhere you are all over the world, understand there is need for preparation. You must prepare. Preparation in form of organizing ourselves. Preparation of a form of being ready for what is to come. Preparation of trying to save lives. Preparation. How do I explain it? When you are going to the farm, you take your cutlass or machete, as the case may be, basket, and maybe you take your bicycle, as the case may be. You take some food you will eat. You go with drinking water. And so when you are in the farm, it's just as if you are at home, because everything you need to survive there is there. So it becomes a home outside home. When you are going to the school, you go with your school bag. In them you have your notebooks, your textbooks, your pen, your pencil, your eraser, your sharpener, as the case may be. And sometimes you go with your lunch box and drinking water. And of course you can go along with cardigan in case it's a cold weather. That is preparation. And this road, we must pass this road. We must be prepared. What if we say we don't want war and they bring war upon us as it is already? What do you do? Go to Imo State and see what is happening there. What will you do? Nobody calls for war, but preparing for the inevitable is not a crime. So whether it is going to end in resolution, whether it is going to end in war, I think ultimately our people need to be prepared. That is what we are doing here. And so that we should not be careless with our life, so that we can be able to manage the collateral damage, we need to prepare our people. We need to organize our people. And so that at every given instance, we have men, we have women standing to defend that cause. That is what we are doing here. It's not just giving you Biafra, preparing the mind of our people for what is to come. And so on this note this evening, I call on you, well-meaning Biafrans across the globe, look for a way and assess understand this is not about war, this is not about violence, this is about getting ready, preparing, setting up the committee. Somebody will have to speak for us one day. Somebody will have to do the do on our behalf one day. And we are not ready. This platform must be neutral. This platform must have what it takes to get everybody involved. You can lead them. You can influence positive change. And of course, as progressed-minded individual, you can create that atmosphere where our slightest touch will command obedience. You won't understand. And I can't spell all of them out. That is what we are doing here. That is the we'll try to make less noise on the social media, and then we act inwardly. The part of this move. We need to give information to our people. We need to keep them constantly posted. They must be informed, because what's going to be is going to be. On this moment, our lines are open, and of course this evening you can access me only on through this WhatsApp line, which is 09038 380-571-31. It's a WhatsApp line. If you're able to call in, make your contribution. If you're not able to call in, next time, peradventure. The lines are open and you're free to call in. Don't forget, it is going to take all of us to save all of us. All hands must be on deck. And then if eventually we want to repair Nigeria, you cannot repair Nigeria from in absentia. You cannot run away and repair. And so one way or the other, duty calls for all of us. Whether you are Hausa, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Fulani, be rest assured, what happened to the generation of 1966 to 1970 will not happen again. It will never happen again. I can assure you that. But we don't pray for that. Nigeria is not fair to all of us. Nigeria should go. But if the people are fair enough, sincere enough to themselves, they could restructure, they could redesign the whole process. And then each and every one of us can be the author of our destiny. And maybe we should be able or can be able to build a home we can proudly call our own. Don't forget we are on FM 100.5 across Biafra land, at least at the moment. It's some part of Anambra, some part of River State, some part of Delta State, some part of Enugu State, and of course more, some part of Bayelsa, and many more will be coming. We are on Zeno, we are on satellite, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on WhatsApp, we are everywhere. Administrators normally comes on air to give out their number. Contact them. They're part of this process. They're part of this great move. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Like I said, the lines are open and you are free to call in. I'll be back in a minute.
Spirit of innocent Biafrans, with a massacre, with a rise like a big star. Rise up, spiritually and physical. Rise up, on anybody, with the again, this my freedom. Rise up, on anybody, with the again, this Biafra. Our Father who art in heaven, oh. We say hallowed be thy name, oh. We dey wait for your kingdom to come, oh. Right here on earth that is in heaven, oh. We say promise, we promise. Till the true day is far. Yeah, we're like a stranger in land of scavengers. Then they kill us, then they eat us. So they make what of on us, and I was in the toss. Don't turn against us. go stop us, but they cannot stop us. Yeah, Biafra is unstoppable, unstoppable, it's unstoppable. Because the fire is unquenchable, unquenchable, unquenchable. Freedom, if you're blocking on the Biafra, freedom. Cause if you're blocking on the Biafra, freedom, make you freedom to go. Because you fired under too much, because you cried under too much, because you suffered under too much, denomination, because you killing under too much, because you suffered under too much, because you cried under too much, denomination, My brother, rise up, yeah, let's march into the promised land, our paradise. I am that I am, says the Lord, is a mighty man in battle. Whenever he say yes, nobody can say no. I say nobody can battle with the Lord. Papa knows who. All the killing them are killing Biafrans in Nigeria. Those who go a million so they want to kill before they go leave us as the Biafran. A million so.
Yes, of course. At this moment, I am joined by my dad in the Lord. Can you hear me, sir? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon from here, my reverend. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. You know there is a miracle or magic that always happen. The moment I see the lines are open, the network will disappear.
It's okay.
These people
are managing everything.
Of course. We are not going
anywhere. They are managing everything.
Right. Welcome to the program.
You say that if you want to repair Nigeria, and I was laughing here for a moment, repairing a nation, isn't that horrible?
No.
I mean,
I'm trying to create a platform for those who believe it can be repaired. It's broken already.
The backwardness is unspeakable, my brother. That's all I'm saying. You know, Monday once and a half elite. Everybody's like, I don't know, because sometimes you cause them. You are more or less going down their path. Even as we are speaking right now, one idiot was here. All his attributes, all his sense, all his commitment was to come and write on your Facebook, holy, Nandekana. And I saw this and I said, wow.
But he was paid to do that now. He who paid the piper the things. Chinasa gave him maybe 10,000 and said this week they set target for them.
Human Rights Freedom Radio. Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio. You are savior. I listened to you when you were saying this savior every time. Really unconditional. Huge unconditional. British has not said a word. He's a British citizen. He was carefully renditioned from Kenya. Kenya must pay for this. November. But it doesn't matter what they do. We are still following them. Because nobody, it doesn't matter who you think you are. You cannot poo-poo or shit on the graves of millions of Biafrans who have given their lives for this struggle. Expect a soft landing ground. It doesn't matter. We are following them foot after foot. As a matter of fact, that's the reason I asked to be added to Biafra Watchmen. Because you don't know, my brother, what that name stands for. And the Biafra Watchmen is living out its responsibility and leaving out its name. Okay, we will see. We are not running away, we are just beginning, as he always said. Nobody will be like us. In other words, the idiot to know that there will be a time to his end. And we want to know all those spoken, coded words. Today we are seeing it happening. Because I will always come to the radio and say, why are you saying after you have gone, nobody will be like you? So you are saying that this job is not going to be fulfilled as you claim. Okay. By the way, let me say good afternoon from here to all Biafrans, because sometimes we forget all these protocols because of the issue that needs to be talked about. Good afternoon to all Biafrans and all of us of freedom, wherever you are. Both Nigerians, you are all good afternoon if you are listening. And what happens is that you're listening. Once it bears fruit, you can understand what we're saying. We are not against anybody, but we don't want nobody to be against us. We are Biafrans. Nothing changes it. Nothing. You have done your best removing the name of Biafra, trying to kill anybody that talks about Biafra or holds a Biafra flag. Remove the Biafra, even bite of Biafra from the map, so that his name will not be mentioned. But guess what? Biafra is here to stay until the so-called Nigeria tells themselves the truth and respect and apologize and pay reparation to Biafra. I mean, I'm talking about Nigeria and their slave masters, the British. You will never know peace. And I say amen to that. Yeah, there's so many things that you have said this afternoon, my Reverend, and I'm going to try to tag on a few of them, possibly. One is concerning Simon. I have said so many times that I don't want to talk about him. But the moment he continues to deceive our people and to continue to set our people up, just like his master, Ebeliman the Cannon, then I wouldn't have an option than to let people know that you guys are fooling yourself again. There's nothing he's doing but setting you up. They come and make boast. Most of you forgot that Simon, about 3 months ago, threatened that there's not going to be any Nigerian army, Jawid army, seen in the land. That they have now resolved to go tit for tit and tat for tat or whatever. There's no more killing. States. Any governor, any place where they kill Biafrans, they'll be held accountable. And what is happening today?
The moment you leave Anambra now, they have 3 checking points. You have to trek almost a kilometer between Onitsha and Control, Imo State. 3 different checking points, 1 police, 1 army, 1 navy. Sometimes they will tell the people to raise up their hand. You drop from your vehicle when you are on your traveling interstate journey. You stop along the road, you now raise your hand up at times, and then you have to walk then your vehicle will go forward and wait for you, and then in less than another 20 minutes you will still meet another one. They will be there deceiving our people. Go ahead.
What a mess. peace in the land. Now, after those threats, the Nigerian terrorist army has besieged the land. They have besieged the land, committing all manner of atrocities, from extortion to kidnapping to humiliation, intimidation, murder, rape, all kinds of things. If people does not understand where these things are coming right now, they should better understand the game. If Eliman Dekan has done his best by recruiting some of these jobless youths, whom he used to bring mayhem in the land. Today, men no longer there because when we have men there, man, they bought a blue rifle now. We all saw this. All of them.
Even 3 years old, they now have to become army because they kill his student. He now see how they kill the boy, Papa, and now verse and say he's going to fight for Biafra. Pekin will never seen them a chop. He's coming to fight for Biafra. That is to tell you the level of
fighting for Biafra. He will
go back to school. Hey, and then now the kind of children are in school. That is to tell you how Chike Dosem, all of them reason. And to them, they played the video to boost the ego of our people. We are formidable. Our children are formidable. Look at what they are doing.
Can you imagine? When I told them that we are selling off these children, it seemed like a joke. But actually, what they did that time is to enable the Nigerian terrorist army to come to the villages and kill off any young boy starting from that age is 9, because I believe that guy was about 9 or 12 years old. And they are dramatizing these things, and our people are dying on a daily basis. Today, their different factions have been calling out the names of their so-called commanders. All those young men that thought they were fighting for Biafra has been killed off today. Nigeria has, what is it, their word that I never remember. They have
neutralized
all of them.
Are you talking about neutralize? They neutralize them or recycle.
They neutralize all of them, and now their commanders, Benjamin, because not going to Madubugu, Bright Isinwa, Barrister Jafar, ONYIBE Barrister Jafar, and Killing Cause
Allah Ijimako. They run to Abuja. They set
Rabbi
us up. Charles. You have what it
Rabbi
takes.
Charles, who gave a 3-month ultimatum for everybody to the military to get out of Biafra land in 3 months, as the head of a misery, is now nobody can find him. And up to tomorrow, up to tomorrow, no common sense. Up to tomorrow, you are still funding. World Igbo Congress is still running around here. Professor Giovanni here. I saw a woman the other day, they called a meeting, and I didn't know I was going to the same meeting. Ndoshi. They were all talking about how they are going to contribute, how this man is going to lead the political process for them to release their leader. The moment I say to them, any of you that is referring to Nnamdi Kanu as a freedom fighter or who is fighting for us or fighting for the interest of the people, anyone that is thinking so should stop. If you guys are truly calling a meeting for us to start working again. The woman don't bring in your sentiments here. Don't bring in your sentiments. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. But these clowns, common sense is not there. Common sense is not working. It has gotten to a point that Governor Autumn, his people are dying. He cannot stand in the face of evil and meet the evil head on. After crying for 2 years, is now part of the governors calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu because he wants to equate Nnamdi Kanu with the Boko Haram. Governor Autumn, who told you that in the Igbo or the Biafrans will be equated with Boko Haram activities? Who told you that? Who told you we'll be measuring how many, if Nnamdi Kanu has killed more or the Boko Haram has killed more? And that again has brought my attention to advise anyone, Mandina Kweb, Mandina Forja, Mandina Baba, anyone that is not doing what they're doing, if you are playing music, do your music. Don't get this Nnamdi Kanu involved because you are part of the deception. Autumn is part of the deception. Autumn should be working with Ninas to try to get themselves together with all ethnic indigenous nationalities to stand against this evil. Not playing a child's game to come and call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu because you don't know. You don't know. All of you that are singing praises, that don't understand what is being said, by the way, my reverend, let me tell you, sometimes I said I'm not worried. Because guess what? It's only those who look upon that golden snake, according to the instruction from God Almighty, will be saved. All of them that are stubborn, until Biafra comes. Because you prefer to be playing and calling and peeing and poo-pooing on the graves of your people because of a chicken money that they're giving you. We now know that most of the autopilots or all the autopilots now recharge card, not autopilot, what do you call them? The media warriors. Recharge card media warriors.
Just
give them recharge card. They can lie. They can lie to kill their mother. Talking about Simon, if you truly want Biafra, because I just listened to him a few hours ago, where he was saying boldly that every part of IPOB, both expelled or whatever, before their leader was renditioned, that all of them are clean people. And I give it to him. But I want to tell him, if he truly loves Biafra, he needs to disengage from Nnamdi Kanu group. Don't come and jump on top of something you don't know how it's built. Because, for instance, if you claim your hands are clean, If you think you are here serving Biafra because you feel sympathy or empathy for our people, you need to heed this advice. Disassociate completely from the canon. Because the last time I checked, the common between your autopilot, the Idu Kingdom, the Directorate of Saboteurs, and the latest group of Ego Wankona Ego Igbo, they are all one common denominator is the Leviathan of our time. And there's no way, whether he be Nigerian agent or not, he must be disgraced so that he will know yes, I'm back. So whether he's a Nigerian agent or he's pretending or whatever, he's already disgraced and he will be completely be disgraced. He's all guy or any man God. Go away, man. Are they it's going to be a lesson for all of us. That in as much as you love money, you can play people, yes, okay. But you cannot use the name of God in vain. You know that. Because the spirit in the scripture says every sin will be forgiven. But any sin that is committed against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. And then ask me, what is that Holy Spirit? It is the spirit that dwells in each and every one of us. Why people trusted you because you are calling the name of God, and then overall you deceive the Holy Spirit in all of them. And not just that you deceived the Holy Spirit, you lied against the Holy Spirit. What you did was to turn again and start blackmailing. Blackmail didn't do you, you started killing people. Ezinụlọ ga-echigekwa aja ama ama. Ezinụlọ ga-echi ka i wee marụ n'okwu Chineke etu ọ dị na mbụ ka ọ dị ugbu a, ọ ga-adịghị etu a wee nọ mgbe ebi ebi. So that put up anybody that is supporting this evil, anyone, it doesn't matter who you think you are, especially the ones that understand that this guy is evil, but they are doing it because of their recharge card or for whatever you are gaining. Your family, your entire generation is gone. Go mark it somewhere so that you guys will know that the death of 3.5 million and counting people, both women and children and women, is not in vain. It should not be played with. We are yet to fully honor them. And the only way we can honor them is by complete restoration of Biafra. Yes, we may talk about engaging in politics in one way or the other in your local politics. But the end goal of all those things is to get us to Biafra. Because we have resolved to begin to harness the people, our own people, that will stand with us at all times. Not contractors. Not people that whenever they give them small money, they change tune. Not people that is stomach dominated freedom fighters. We don't need them. And it doesn't matter who you think you are. You must be brought to shame very soon. Very soon. Because all of you are shameless. Shameless animal. They have deceived a lot of people to believe in that you are really for the interest of Biafra and that you are working for the people. But you have decided that your interest is just collecting money. Wherever you see money, you start chasing. Wherever money comes from. We don't kill you, for you are not content in any form. That's why you don't care about your people's lives. You all must be put to shame. And as we move on, my Reverend, I can understand your passion for Biafrans. I can understand every truth that you have said this evening about the way to go. What will save us and save the entire Nigeria? Because it's not just us. All these people that will always hang around and looking for, we need a consultation. We are waiting for consultation. That's a consultation. Your land is overtaken and you're waiting for somebody to come and bow for you before you stand up for what belongs to you. It's always Igbo intimidating and running you over. But the last time I checked, you are the ones that took from Igbos. The last time I checked, you are the one that implemented the abandoned property. But Igbos dominate you. And people refuse to tell themselves the truth. Instead of helping to get yourself out of problem, you're getting deeper into a mess. We will see how that plays out. But I can tell you, it's not going to be long until all of you are put to shame. Because the Biafrans, and by extension, the Igbo people, as far as I know, the last time I checked, they are the true Nigerians. But we want to be respected. We want to be respected. We want to enable us grow at our own pace. Look at today, all our children are denied education. When you open up and I just hire. I've seen so many heart-wrenching videos of people who are supposed to be treated in the hospital. For a disease that can be treated in a hospital. And government should be responsible to pay. Just like we are here, most of us here in the United States that don't have their paper, it doesn't matter what is happening to you. The moment you're sick, you go to hospital. And nobody asks you for a penny to be treated. I know the social here. The ones that gotten the little education are not getting it. Most of them are into comedy. I don't blame them because they have to survive. But there will be a time for us to call this thing seriousness. Because this comedy is doing a lot of damage. The youth needs to stand up. Our people needs to stand up. And when we are talking about the youth, we are not talking about only Biafran youth. You need to stand up and take what belongs to you. Our people in Biafra land will continue to ask you to look for the right people to vote into power. If they refuse us to get out of this mess, you still have the opportunity to find people that are of like minds that you can put into power. Not by political party or political affiliation, but by their characters, by their resume. You guys have the opportunity to investigate them, to screen them, not by giving you money. Because in as much as we are holding Nigeria accountable, we are also supposed to be holding ourselves accountable to do the needful so we can get out of this mess. With that, I will still call on people who are listening to us to please make yourself available. We need help to spread this gospel all over the Biafra land. Because as you have seen, the Human the Cardinals group has done a great damage. We are reorienting our people. We need this message all over Biafra land and beyond, so that our people will understand, and in such a way we'll begin to gather ourselves once more and do the needful and extricate ourselves from this evil called Nigeria. My Reverend, I want to thank you for this privilege given to me, and so I always say, God in heaven wants to find a way to bless you. I'm not God, but he blesses people in different forms. Whatever he desires as a reward for you, I know he will do that. And you will treat your family kindly. He will also do same for all Biafrans who are diligently and truthfully seeking for our freedom out of Nigeria. I want to thank you once again, and I will say, all hail Biafra. God bless the people of Biafra and all of us of freedom. They will.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining me. Of course, that is the voice of our daddy in the Lord, Mazi Ubidi Obienu. What else can we say? The truth is obvious. Let our people understand what the issue is. It's about saving ourselves from ourselves. It's about doing the right thing that we need to do, and so that we can simply be the author of our destiny. We can be in control of our life. There's a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, caller on WhatsApp?
I can hear you very clear and loud.
Good evening from here and welcome to
I can hear you very clear.
Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
Good evening from here. This is Mr. John Chuku Akachuku. Yes. And then the project other states.
You're welcome, my brother.
Please, I want to contribute a little bit on the program.
Go ahead. The word is listening.
I was trying to put one or two things, a contribution to the program, sir. My contribution goes this way. I'm a very respectable IPOB member and very, very respectable person you are as Judge ONYIBE. I try to put one or two things in question, whatever that happened in Biafra, whatever the problem between the IPOB and the human rights activists in Biafra land. But they say togetherness you can win the war, but divided you can scatter all over. Please, I try to put in a way that if peradventure anything come across or misunderstanding between the Uchibo or whatever thing, we try to bring things together, not castigating any person on the air, or try to bring this person group or the other person the other group, another person the other group. I'm trying to say, let us put togetherness and one family, because Biafrans are one. So maybe sometimes the ESN or people are non-locally recruited. It's not welcome. It's not to develop agenda. So castigating your brother on the social media or in the air is not the solution to our problem. Non-locally might be right. You might be right too. And you may on their side might be right too. But what I'm saying that we will expose more ourselves on air. People look at us as policemen. And we know too well that Nandakala have already have a grant in Biafra land. So bringing those things in the social media or bringing it in the air will not solve our problem. Because I can remember very well that you are the one preaching for this thing, for years. I'm a good follower of your program. That's from when you are not yoke. I met you one-on-one, have talked to you. So I don't think that castigating each other should be the solution to our problem. That's what I want to say, sir.
You have spoken well. But let me throw one or two things before you leave so others can benefit from it. You see, okay. I am happy that you are a testament to the fact that I am I was a proactive member of IPOB. But the major concern should be now, first of all, I was expelled from IPOB. The reason Nnamdi Kanu have yet to tell Biafrans, which is not an issue. The night I was expelled, they published my picture to the whole world. China Samolu did that. What were they trying to achieve? And then they dedicate the Radio Biafra to blackmailing me. Darlington, among others, was in charge as he dey hot, as he dey pepper. They spent almost 6 months every day, okay, foreign, Rabbi Charles, everybody claiming they gave me money. I stole transmitter, I did this, I did that, and all of you were listening to those broadcasts. They even got up to the extent that they said I was sleeping with a married woman in Plateau State, and the woman later on, in less than 2 weeks, IPOB pushed that false information on social media. The woman died. She's from Anambra State, and we know she didn't die of natural causes. I think her name is Rusufina, the woman leader from Northern Region, IPOB then. It led to her death and many other things. To the extent that this idiot called Simeon Ekpa even made a broadcast and was telling the whole world, now George ONYIBE Eguaye Aji Tone Chimobiulo, and so on and so forth. I have never heard anybody call Radio Biafra and tell them leave George ONYIBE alone. And sometimes I choose not to get angry anyway. When people call me and say, leave Nnamdi Kanu, why don't you tell the idiot to leave me? He came on Radio Biafra, they came on Radio Biafra and said, what a Nyoman nonsense. Don't talk about a Nyoman nonsense. And everybody was enjoying it. And now, understand, it's not about revenge. It's not about trying to get back to him. But it's about to save other people from getting involved or being messed up by Nnamdi Kanu. You thank God you mentioned Uchenna Sebu, Umio, Ikena and the rest of the people we blackmailed even before Mazu Bidi and my brother Uchuka Fomefo. And if we don't put an end to this, it will continue. Nnamdi Kanu believe he can only advance with his criminal gang by blackmailing other people. So we are actually not trying to revenge. We are trying to expose him. Understand, as far as you have not gone to Radio Biafra to tell them not to castigate me, honestly, you don't have the moral right to tell me how to react to them. Or have you not heard them call me Onyoshi transmitter? Have you not heard them call me Kai man and among others? Or it is okay for them to call me names and move on? And then they have the monopoly to do that after they have taken me to Juju to swear in your own community. I think you are from Abia. Aruchuku Aziz, I must say. Yeah. I leave Orogodo and go to your village to swear Juju for Nnamdi Kanu, and then he lied against me and I should leave him and paint him holy.
I am happy today that I gave him more support than his kins and nicks. All his relatives put together, all his bingo, I gave Nnamdi Kanu support. None of them can boost off. Let that person in Abia start from the current Biafra Land National Coordinator to Abia State Coordinator. Let them come out and say, no, you didn't do that. I'll floor them. Abia State Coordinator, who they just put the photocopy, Akwa Ibom guy, he would have died when they cut off his hand from their village. Ikechukwu Goha is there. In his absence when he was arrested, who heard Abia State? Nnamdi Kanu couldn't say thank you. The only thing is to tell you that he's emoji transmitter. But don't transmit her with his brother. I'm waiting for the right time. I will drag all of them out. But that is not the issue. The issue now is that Nnamdi Kanu and his social media warrior go on blackmailing people, assassinating character. They cannot continue that way. Let them stop. And we stop talking about him. Any day I come on Facebook, somebody say, George ONYIBE, you are idiot. I expose Nnamdi Kanu. He's a criminal. So I understand what you mean. But you never ask them to leave me alone. You believe what they told you. If people who knew the truth did not come out and set up this radio, you will believe that I am Ifa Jonah. And that is why I begin to question the yardstick. How Ifa Jonah was condemned. And I understand they killed all his family member. And so because one person say Ifa Jonah is a criminal, Ifa Jonah now is a bad man. Up to the extent Igbo people are ashamed to call their children Ifa Jonah. A man was killed without hearing from him. It will not happen again. No Biafran will be blackmailed again. No Biafran will be sold again. Why is Nnamdi Kanu leaving Abia and running to Abuja now? I think it's Biafra or death. My brother, I understand what you mean. But we are saving our people. And I can show you what we are doing now will become ultimate solution to a very unending problem that would have overtaken us as a people. We cannot allow this evil to continue to triumph under our watch. Maybe you don't know. Now we are Biafra watchmen. Thank you for your contribution, and at least you're very polite. I appreciate you. The best thing anybody can do to shut me up is to tell Nnamdi Kanu, pull out your social media, let them get out of my wall. Let them not insult me. If Fulani insult me, it's Nnamdi Kanu. Because he that sow to the wide wind will of the same wide wind reap corruption. How many people will he kill? Where are all the people he's using to kill? How many will Nnamdi Kanu kill? Should I begin to call name? But he can't kill me because it's not in his making. None of them can. It's not up to them. My case has been settled even before I joined IPOB. Thank you very much, my brother. And goodbye for now. So some people say, oh, leave Nnamdi Kanu alone, oh, leave him alone. Yes, that is the right thing we would have done. But if we don't do that, Nnamdi Kanu continue. Can you imagine what you call her? Simeon Ekpa going to show the nakedness of Igbo women on social media? And all of you kept quiet. And suppose intellectual, as he's giving us Biafra, enter Biafra and Yoshi. Nelly Ofwebu is not my fan. I don't agree with everything she has done in IPOB because they all came through the window and only the thief does that. But she's Igbo woman the last time I checked from Idu Kingdom. Now you get the point. And then another Igbo man from is it Nza Kingdom or Abakaleke Kingdom or Efion Kingdom, he now come out and start showing the whole world her nakedness. And it is Nnamdi Kanu who is responsible for all those ones because she likes single mothers. Very unfortunate. Nobody can come out and say, Simeon Ekpa, why did you do this? You want to destroy Nelly. Anybody that asks you, is that how the Biafra will be? I'm not castigating Nnamdi Kanu. I am telling you who he is. When all these problems started, we thought he didn't know. There is a guy they call General Miracle Hellfire. I think I'm one of his worst enemy. How did he become enemy? I refuse. I said Nnamdi Kanu must be supported. They said no, don't. I say no, it must be that way. And so you see, against all odds, I never believed he was that crook.
And then sooner or later I discover he was the one hitting all of us. Said all of them, their chapter will be open. The reason why we are on this frequency, on this particular vibration, is because many of you believe he is arrested by Nigeria. Let him go and come back. We are waiting. In fact, I am waiting. Look at somebody who put a project we put our blood in. Look at what he's doing. And some people were even calling me, insulting me. So you can do such a thing. Oh, you can do. To the extent they will call me, take this 2,000, go and buy something. They will take the photo, the receipt, the teller. They will come already and say, George ONYIBE, look at evidence. On a year ago, he's stealing. They told you I'm a block molder. They told you I'm a beggar. They told you I'm this one, I'm that one, and that one. They never told you that as we speak, one of my car, I didn't say my car, one of my car, I used 3 cars at the same time. Ask people who know me. They didn't tell you I'm a landlord about 17 years before I joined IPOB. They didn't tell you I'm not living in that house again. I have a school, Juniper Academy. They didn't tell you I have shut it down because of IPOB. I am the general overseer of Sanctuary of God Church. They didn't tell you it is shut down because of IPOB. My house, I don't live in my house because of IPOB. I have been poisoned 5 times. They have put bomb in my house because of IPOB. And now the Kano is aware of that. Did IPOB even help me once to come out of my challenge? Have I complained? Would you have known if not now? My brother, if you cover the atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu, you will only endanger the next generation. Until they repent, the gospel continues. The lines are still open if you're able to call in and make your contribution. But of course, I must appreciate you, my brother. You're very polite. I think I'm having confidence that not everybody working within Nnamdi Kanu are idiots. You are a very wise man and I love you. Because many of them, they don't have brain again. It's just like coughing, no sense again. I was thinking, as you say you are IPOB, then you tell me, say you are idiot, thunder fire you, I love it. It boosts my morale. But you humbled me this evening, my brother. Thank you very much for joining me. That's why people must not forget our discussion. We remain focused. We are not going anywhere. Let us come and save ourselves. All this shenanigans being introduced by Nnamdi Kanu with all the department he has initiated, they are just discrediting Biafra agitation. They are destroying our moral grounds. And not until we rise up in truth and honesty, not until transparency will fight for all of us to win. My brother, the journey is just beginning. This is still Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio, and of course the message remains the same. We are inching closer to the end of this program. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue. Do not forget what we have discussed this evening. 2 ways out of this Biafra issue. And I made you understand that anything happening today is as a result of Biafra. And every solution that appears before us are actually not solution in themselves. And this is because of the influence around the same Biafra issue. But if we can be able to come together, if we can be able to set up this platform where we organize our people, whether in terms of war or resolution, we will get it right. The Yoruba will have to go peacefully. The Hausa Fulani likewise. And then we cannot go ahead and chart the next way forward as a people. I remain George ONYIBE, and I sign off from here. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we stop. Ndewono.
Biafran's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. Biafra, we pray. Oh, just save our lives. We are your children, save our lives.
We are like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life. Save my life.
Chupacabra,
Almighty Father.
we are begging you, please.
Same thing, living here in the zoo. You up them and set us free. We are begging you.
See my people stay a crying, chip up your mouth, get dying, save a love, we beg you for love.
Tears in my eyes, every day I dey cry. Nothing else I'm asking for, Lord, give me peace. Oh, I die. We need a better picture, a better future, a better future, the Lord.
Freedom is what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and their wickedness. Yes. Save my life, Papa.
Chupacabra, give us Biafra.
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. Father, Lord, we lift up our hands to the air now. Chupacabra can take all the glory and praise. Send your son to give the life. Send your infant, give me
Give us Biafra. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
Alelele bugum, iwe we bugum, obia bawagum, ndio chichi
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.